graph an inequality. Graph the inequality 9x minus y less than 9. The fact that we don't have an or equal to bar tells me that this is going to be a dashed boundary line, meaning that it's not included as part of the solution. You could solve that for y and get the equation of the boundary line if you also pretend that's an equal to. But I'm a little bit nervous about that because there are times when division or multiplication by a negative switches the direction of the inequality symbol. And I would not be surprised if a lot of people don't temporarily pretend that we have an equal sign. So instead, putting in 0 for y, pretend that's 9x equals 9, x would have to be 1. That will be the x-intercept. And then the y-intercept, when x is 0, don't forget that minus, negative y equals 9, we'd have negative 9. Now, we're not just graphing that dashed line. There's more to do. And I'll come back to that in a moment. But getting the dashed line with 1, 0 and 0, negative 9, again, watch the coordinates there, 1, 0 and 0, negative 9. It's a little hard to see for me in that yellow, but it is a dashed line. And then the other part we're supposed to do is figure out what side of the boundary line to shade to indicate where the solutions are. And because there are two variables, we're talking about two dimensions, it's not easy to talk about just up or down or left or right. I know the textbook is trying to do that, but a lot of times that is leading people astray. So to be really sure, I'm going to plug in a test point not on the line. And whenever I can, if the origin is not on the boundary line, then that's going to be the test point. I'm going to test 0, 0 in that inequality. If I get a true statement, then I will shade the side of the boundary line that has 0, 0 on it. If I know I've done my work correctly and I get a false statement, then I'm going to shade the other side of the boundary line that does not have my test point on it. 0 is less than 9, so I'm going to shade from the boundary line toward the test point, 0, 0. If you do get a boundary line that goes through the origin, then you will have to pick something else that the line does not go through as a test point. Now, to get the shading, click this little bucket here. 0, 0 is on this side, so click that. Save. Check answer. And we are good.